there were spectacular matches played over the weekend, and upsets. Some we were expecting already, but hey, I'm not alone. I am Juvi Ufiene. I got on the space with me. Charles, what's up with you, Charles?
Good morning, Soup News. Good morning, Sport View. It's a delight to
Good
be
morning,
here.
Nigeria. Good morning, West Africa. All right, we'll start a quick one. We don't have all day, so I'll run you through what it was at the NPL. All right, Remo is still top with 26 points, followed by Doma United, Lobby Stars. Makudi, how you doing? Number 3, Enyim by number 4 with 22 points. Bendel Insurance, 20 points, and Plateau United 19. Shooting Stars. Follow at the bottom of the log is Heartland United, and so I hope we're having fun with the latest at the NPL, but we don't want to stay there. NPL seems to be very interesting now. What's your take on what went down over the weekend?
Well, I think it's more or less the textbook stuff that happened during the weekend. You see, when you look at the rundown, you see more of home wins, which has been when you look at the history of MPFL games, the home always win and the away come off short, all the time. We have little upsets when it comes to maybe away teams going to maybe say Enyimba's home and win. All of a sudden,
there had been such upset, but not really consistent like we had over the weekend at the EPL. I mean, that brings to mind what happened, man. Not just EPL now, even Bundesliga, there was an upset as well, man. A 5-1 and Manchester United, your own club. What happened to you guys, man?
Well, I wouldn't say upset.
The very Red Devils.
That was the first time Bournemouth will ever come to Manchester United and go home with all 3 points.
All three, not just 3 points.
With 3 goals. I mean, this is the first time in history. So I think the Eric Ten Hag era has just gone from bad to worse to abysmal at this stage.
Is it about the coach or your guys not seeming to get their flow together?
When you have all the records being broken in the bad sense in his own time. I mean, we had 3 or 4 years of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and he still upheld the history of the club. He upheld everything, and the club just went on. But when you see Ten Hag's era, although we have won 1 trophy in 7 years,
November you guys did well.
Every other thing is just going downhill. We qualify for Champions League, but it's still downhill if you look at it in the general sense.
For me, it isn't not about the chemistry of everybody in the team, because it's not just about your manager. Your guys were firing blanks. I mean, on Saturday.
Well, it still boils down to the manager, because if you are not able to spur up your team, if you're not able to motivate your players, I mean, look at Chris Wilder. Their first 3 points since the inception of this year's Premier League season, and that was inspired by change of manager.
Would it be the same for Chelsea? Well, Everton, I mean, it was a rape. It was a rape. Well, 2-0.
Well, you cannot also acknowledge. You should also acknowledge the fact that Everton is struggling right now, going through the ban. They are going through the point deduction. That is more or less like a motivation for them to do well. 3 straight wins.
But against Chelsea.
Chelsea is a disruptive club when it comes to whatever they have.
Regardless of the deals, the transfer and all that.
They are in so many crises right now. They are having monetary crisis. They are also being what is it called? They're also being tried for financial fair play, breaching these rules. And also we have Man City there as well.
All right, just because we're pressed for time.
Yeah, but what I'm just trying to establish is the fact that aside what goes on the pitch, what goes on off the pitch plays a part in general performance
the locker room and all that.
So let's go back to Manchester United and how they can spur them into winning. The manager has to play a vital role. So let's not rule out the manager. All
right, we hope the manager is listening to you this morning. You guys are, man, it was a shameful one, man. Oh, Manchester United. Liverpool.
Well, top of the Premier League for the first time in 2 years.
Liverpool is back. What do you have to say, man?
Well, they're
not working alone again.
It's a long time coming. It's expected, because when you see the performances, the signings and everything, it just goes to show you that it takes time for this to achieve greatness. And once you follow what you have planned out, once you follow what you have written down, and it will work.
Aston Villa is doing well.
Aston Villa is absolutely firing.
I remember you were saying something about whoever tops the league, the log. December is most likely.
December is a crazy run of fixtures when it comes to the Premier League. So whoever can survive.
Unlike Arsenal last season.
Unlike Arsenal is just, let's leave Arsenal out of it because they fell. So let's leave Arsenal out of it. But I'm telling you, in the history of the Premier League, any team that stays up after December wins the Premier League.
In most cases, right?
In most cases, let's leave Arsenal. Let's leave Arsenal.
Arsenal was, well, all right, 5-1. Frankfurt, yes.
I saw that coming. I called that game from the beginning. I said it. I said it that Eintracht Frankfurt at home to Bayern it always gives us the absolute best when it comes to footballing experience. It always gives us everything. And somebody told me, what should I? Oh, okay. Let's bring in sporting betting.
The speculations.
Yeah, speculations. And somebody told me that what should I play? I said Eintracht Frankfurt all the way because Bayern always goes there and they flop. Another club to
Bayern has got some new guys and
it doesn't still. History plays. It always plays its role in sports.
All right. Over the weekend as well, LA Lakers won the in-season NBA Cup. You know, LeBron James coming up as the MVP and all that, beating Pacers to reach. It's a new one. We do hope that this turn of events will continue. And finally, let's not forget, CAF Award happens today. Today is that day. With your start the other time, do you think Osimhen stands a chance? Salah scored over the weekend.
Well, the only stiff competition I can see right now is Hakimi. That's the only stiff competition. If you talk about Salah, he did not go for the World Cup. He wasn't at the World Cup.
But he had a spectacular one over the weekend.
Yeah, will you judge based on just one performance?
There's always sentiment to this stuff, man. There's always sentiment.
Judge based on just one performance or a weekend performance. Look at Hakimi. He was very instrumental in his club staying up to the semi-final in the World Cup. When you talk about Osimhen, the conversation is broad. It's broad, and Osimhen is, for me, is most deserving.
All right, Asisa to show Allah.
She always comes and she takes it every year. I think it's just going to be business as usual for us.
Okay, so I think right now Super Falcons should be looking at, let's leave African dominance, let's go to, you know, compete with the United States and Sweden and Australia and the likes, right?
Well, I just feel like Asisa to Shuala shouldn't just be the only star that comes to mind.
But do we have replacements? Are we having
I feel like others should be able to, step up and walk into her shoes and try to fill them. You understand? I think like others should, take up this role and bring up stiff competition when it comes to this women's category, when it comes to CAF Confederations Award. Because one is more or less like one person or one face. We're used to seeing one face pick up
one
the
country
award every year.
One country.
One country, yeah. So I think change is required.
All right, we do hope the authority are listening. We really need to invest more into our games, local club sides, and Remo Stars are doing well with their pitch. If other football pitches could be privatized and, let people invest more in it. And that's the match we could take this morning. I hope Osimhen comes out, triumphant today. And if not, ole, 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 we'll be having fun. Tomorrow, we'll be here, same time, chilling on the Sports View on Early Exchange. Charles, one word before we take our leave.
It's a pleasure to be here. And this is the first of its kind, and we hope that we can continue this as time goes on. I would like to also say that we should expect more turnovers in our major 5 leagues, because if you watch, PSG almost lost it too in the weekend. So we should expect these big games and to fall the other way when it comes to juggernauts in the game.